Good morning, students. You are welcome to my political science class. Dear students, we are continuing chapter 5, United Nations and its organization. In our previous class, we have discussed about United Nations Economic and Social Council and the United Nations Secretariat. Both are the main organs of the United Nations. We have also discussed the main organs, the General Assembly, the Security Council, and the International Court of Justice. In this way, we have discussed and understood all the 5 main organs of the United Nations. Along with the main organs, the United Nations has some specialized agencies. Today, we are going to discuss an important specialized agency, that is the UNESCO, acronyms for United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. It is established in 16 November 1945. That was outlined in a constitution signed in this year, and the constitution which came into force in 1946. At present, the Director General of UNESCO is Audrey Azoulay. Membership. At present, 193 member states and 11 associate members in UNESCO. Each member has one vote in UNESCO's General Conference, which meet every 2 years to set the agency's budget, its program of activities, and the scale of contribution made by the member states to the agency. Its headquarters is situated in Paris, France. Let's know about the 3 functioning bodies of UNESCO. First one is the General Conference. The second one is the Executive Board. The third is the Secretariat. The General Conference is held every 2 years to adopt programs and budget for the next 2 years. The Executive Board consists of 58 member countries, is elected by the General Conference to give advice and direction to the agency's work. The Secretariat is the agency's backbone and is headed by a Director General appointed by the General Conference for a 6-year term. The Secretariat carries out the program both at the headquarters in Paris and in the field. It functions through various national commissions and non-government organizations. It also conducts various studies on per capita expenditure on education and public expenditure, on education as percentage of national income in collaboration with various NGOs. So, UNESCO has been conducting studies and fostering experimental activities in the member states. It publishes materials on the trends of the educational development in the world. Let's know about the mission of UNESCO. UNESCO's mission is to contribute to the building of a culture of peace, the eradication of poverty, sustainable development, and intercultural dialogue through education, the sciences, culture, communication, and information. Let's know about the objectives of UNESCO. UNESCO work for attaining quality education for all and lifelong learning. It works for mobilizing science, knowledge, and policy for sustainable development. It also works for addressing emerging social and ethical challenges. The organization also working fostering cultural diversity, intercultural dialogue, and building inclusive knowledge societies through information and communication. UNESCO work to create the conditions for dialogue among civilization, cultures, and peoples based upon respect for commonly shared value. It is through this dialogue that the world can achieve global vision of sustainable development encompassing observance of human rights, mutual respect, and the alleviation of poverty, all of which are at the heart of the UNESCO's mission and activities. The main objectives of UNESCO is to contribute to peace and security in the world by promoting collaboration among nations through education, science, culture, and communication in order to further universal respect for justice, for the rule of law, and for the human rights and fundamental freedoms which are affirmed for the peoples of the world without distinction of race, sex, language, or religion by the Charter of the United Nations. The purpose of UNESCO is to build the defenses of peace in the mind of the men and women. It does this by helping nations work together through education for all, science, and culture. This is supposed to help other nations follow the rule of law and human rights. Let's understand the role of UNESCO. UNESCO has a unique role to play in strengthening the foundations of lasting peace and equitable and sustainable development. Advancing cooperation in education, the sciences, culture, communication, and information holds strategic stakes at a time when societies across the world face the rising pressure of change and new challenges. The organization actively fights against prejudice and discrimination and for the defense of human rights and the protection of cultural heritage. It was one of the first institutions to address the questions of racism and has been a pioneering force in this domain. UNESCO has adopted an integrated strategy to combat racism, discrimination, and related intolerance, and designated Africa as one of its global priorities. Its participation to this decade is a moral, statutory, and programmatic imperatives. It works to promote a better understanding and recognition of the culture, history, and heritage of peoples of African descent through research, education, media, along with inclusion in curricula, ensuring that school books and other pedagogic material accurately reflect the historical facts about the slave trade, slavery, and colonialism to prevent falsification and stereotypes derived from this history. The organization works to recognize the memory of the victims of these tragedies and their descendants through the establishment of sites of memory testifying to this past. To encourage the international community to honor this memory in different forms. The UNESCO works to maintain peace and diffuse knowledge. These are the roles performed by the UNESCO. The important projects sponsored by UNESCO are library, technical and teacher training program. It also decides what will become World Heritage Sites. The organization also a member of United Nations Development Groups and work for Millennium Development Goals. Let's know about Millennium Development Goals. The Millennium Development Goals were 8 international development goals for the year 2015 that had been established following the Millennium Summit of the United Nations in 2000s. Following the adoption of the United Nations Millennium Development Declaration, let's know about the 8 goals related to the Millennium Development Goals. First, the Millennium Development Goals is eradicate extreme poverty and hunger. इसका अर्थ है भूखमरी तथा गरीबी को समाप्त करना. The ILO works towards eradicating extreme poverty and hunger in a number of ways, such as promoting youth employment, ensuring that decent work is included in national poverty reduction strategies, and by tracing progress on employment in countries. Today, roughly 30% of ILO projects target the least developed countries. The second goal was achieve universal primary education. It means सार्वजनिक प्राथमिक शिक्षा. The ILO works towards the achievements of universal primary education by combating child labor, which has fallen by 1/3 since 2000s globally. The ILO also supports the key people who deliver education. The third goal is promote gender equality and empower women. It means लिंग समानता तथा महिला सशक्तिकरण। The ILO promotes gender equality and empowers women by tracking progress on women's work outside of agriculture, offering capacity building and guidance to constituents on equality and mainstream gender into all activities and development cooperation project. The fourth goal was reduce child mortality, शिशु मृत्यु दर घटाना। Reducing child mortality by focusing on working mothers, healthcare workers, combating child labor, and extending social protection. The workplace is an important entry point for information, education, and health services relating to the children's health. The fifth goal was improve maternal health, मातृत्व स्वास्थ्य को बढ़ावा देना। To improve maternity protection and health through the workplace, to prevent work from threatening the productivity, health of pregnant and nursing women, and to ensure that maternity does not jeopardize their economic security. The sixth goal, combat HIV, AIDS, malaria and other diseases. HIV, AIDS, मलेरिया तथा अन्य बीमारियों से छुटकारा पाना। This was by protecting workers from HIV infection and facilitating easy access to care, treatment and support. The seventh goal was ensure environmental sustainability, पर्यावरण सातत्य। The ILO ensure environmental sustainability by promoting green jobs, jobs that reduce the consumption of energy and raw materials, limit greenhouse gas emissions, waste and pollution, and protect and restore ecosystem. And the eighth goal was global partnership for development. It means वैश्विक विकास के लिए संबंध स्थापित करना। The ILO works towards the development of a global partnership by promoting policies that keep decent and productive employment, social protection, social dialogue, and rights at the centers of development concern. These were the 8 goals were fixed for the year 2015. And the UNESCO works for the fulfillment of these goals. Let's understand India's participation in UNESCO. India is an active member of UNESCO. India is currently a member of 19 of its UNESCO's conventions, including those on natural and cultural heritage, education, and intellectual property rights. UNESCO has 2 offices in India. The New Delhi Cluster Office for 11 countries in South and Central Asia. And the next one is a Category 2nd Regional Center for Biotechnology, Institute on Natural World Heritage located in Dehradun Wildlife Institution. Contribution to UNESCO's budget. India's contribution to UNESCO's budget is 0.534% of the total budget of UNESCO. Dear students, we have discussed details about UNESCO, one of the important specialized agencies of the United Nations. On the basis of today's discussion, there are 5 questions for you. Please note down the questions and try to write its answer also, and share me the same way. Question number 1. What is the role of UNESCO in preserving heritage monuments? Question number 2. What is the role of UNESCO in education for sustainable development? Question number 3. What is the mission and purpose of UNESCO? Question number 4. Mention any 3 projects sponsored by UNESCO. Question number 5. What is the functions of UNESCO's executive boards? Thank you.